The study of UFOs, or unidentified flying objects, has been a topic of fascination for people around the world. Despite the skepticism and controversy surrounding the subject, there are numerous reports of UFO sightings and encounters that cannot be easily explained by conventional means. Today we will talk about Operation Plate, a mysterious military operation conducted by the Brazilian Air Force in the 1970s. The operation involved a series of UFO sightings, and it remains one of the most intriguing events in Brazilian history. In this video, we will explore the events of Operation Plate, including all the reported sightings and the evidence collected by the Brazilian Air Force, as well as the tragic death of Captain Irange Bolivar Soares Nogueira de Holanda Lima. In the late 1970s, the Brazilian Air Force began receiving reports of strange flying objects in the skies over the city of Colares in the state of Pará. These objects were described as glowing, disc-shaped objects that emitted beams of light. The sightings were so frequent and widespread that the military launched an investigation, which was dubbed Operation Plate. "I saw a bright light in the sky, and it was moving very fast. I thought it was a shooting star at first, but then it stopped and hovered in the air. That's when I saw that it was a disc-shaped object with lights all around it," reported one of the witnesses. Witnesses reported a range of unusual effects, including burns and radiation sickness, which they attributed to the UFOs. The military sent a team of experts to investigate the sightings, and they collected a significant amount of evidence, including videos and photos of the UFOs. "We saw things that we couldn't explain. We tried to track them on radar, but they always seemed to disappear. We collected videos and photos of the UFOs, but we couldn't find any logical explanation for what we were seeing," reported one of the officers involved in the operation. The operation continued for several months, with dozens of sightings reported by both military personnel and civilians. The Brazilian Air Force collected more than 500 photographs and several hours of video footage, which were analyzed by a team of experts. The evidence collected by the Brazilian Air Force is still considered some of the most compelling evidence of UFO sightings to this day. The photos and videos show strange, disc-shaped objects hovering in the air, emitting beams of light and moving at incredible speeds. In possession of the material, experts said that the evidence collected by the Brazilian Air Force is incredibly convincing. Operation Plate was eventually declared a failure, and the sightings eventually stopped. "We were never able to determine what the UFOs were or where they came from. It remains a mystery to this day," reported one of the officers involved in the operation. In 1997, Captain Irange decided to speak about the subject again, this time, openly, admitting issues that had not been exposed until then. In an interview for UFO magazine, the colonel revealed that he and his team saw, during a night watch, the presence of a disc-shaped UFO, approximately 30 meters in diameter, in a place called Baía do Sol. In addition, Holanda said that the object had a black back and an amber light in its center. As soon as he and his men saw the flying saucer, the military said that a yellow light was released on his group of researchers, which photographed and filmed the action. Holanda said that at the time he reported what happened to his superior, Commander Protásio Lopes de Oliveira. But the man did not show enthusiasm with the discovery and therefore asked for the operation to be cancelled. This decision is still questioned by ufologists across the country. However, something even stranger was about to happen. That same year, 2 months after his controversial statement, Holanda was found dead in his home. The man hanged himself with the rope of his dressing gown. His sudden death shortly after a big revelation ended up generating some theories, such as that he would have been killed for revealing confidential information, or that, in fact, Holanda would have faked his death to change his identity and leave Brazil. None of these theories turned out to be proven. The material collected in Pará began to be released to the public in 2008. The general opinion of researchers from the national ufological community is that the phenomena investigated by Operation Plate were indeed of extraterrestrial origin. and that the burns on the residence were caused by aliens. Scholars are based mainly on the report of the inhabitants who suffered accident. As we continue to explore the vastness of space, it's important to keep an open mind and consider the possibility that we may not be alone in the universe. Who knows what other mysteries await us out there? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from around the world.